Okay, everybody, this is Joseph P. Farrell, and it is Friday, March 11th already. Can you believe that? We're in March. And I'm recording my second fireside chat video for this weekend. No, it's Friday, not Friday, March 11th, Friday, March 4th. I've got March 11th on the brain. It's been one of those nights, folks. I've I've been up all night blogging for the coming week and trying to sort out my technological skills, such as they are. And I posted a fireside chat. I was trying to pre-record a fireside chat earlier this week, and it popped up this morning. And one of my Facebook friends was kind enough to let me know that there was no link. So here we go. This is take two on Friday, March 4th, 2011. This is Joseph Farrell, as I said, with news and views from the Nefarium for this week. Anyway, as I'm sure you all noticed by now, the Genes, Giants, Monsters, and Men has been posted to Feral House. It is now up. If you go to their website, www.feralhouse.com, that's Feral. It's not spelled like my name. There's no relationship. But they have posted an excerpt of Genes, Giants, Monsters, and Men on their website, consisting of the table of contents and also, I think, the entire first chapter. So if you want a sneak peek at the book, I guess you can go there and read the first chapter. But that's done. I do have an announcement to make. We will be having our members area vid chat for March on the 11th rather than on the 18th as we had originally scheduled it, because some things have come up. And that leads me to my second announcement. On Friday, March 18th, there won't be any fireside chat. I might do one earlier that week and post it ahead of time for that weekend, but that's kind of up in the air right now because I've just got I've got so much going on. I can't even post links on fireside chats. So, call me a technological klutz. I certainly own to the label. But anyway, I wanted to thank you all for all of your comments and suggestions. And since we're having a fireside chat sort of extempore this morning, I wanted to ask everybody, and I've actually blogged about this for the next week. But I'm kind of jumping the gun here this morning because I don't even remember what I what I recorded on my first fireside chat, which the link didn't take for some reason. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to pre-record a fireside chat to see if I could actually pre-record videos and then have them scheduled to post on a certain day with the appropriate link. And I'm sure there's a way to do that. I just haven't figured it out yet. But anyway, I will figure it out eventually. But anyway, I was blogging this week, and as I was doing that, I was going through all of the alternative websites that I know of, and I won't mention which ones. But I wanted to pose a question to everybody, just sort of by way of commentary to get everybody's comments and questions. But I'm an old Coast to Coast AM listener, and I suppose that many of you are. In fact, I was working in a radio station in Chanute, Kansas, KKOY. I was the late night board ops person during the weekdays. I had Friday and Saturday night off, and then on Sunday night, I got to be the board op during Art Bell's old Dreamland show, which was the show that he had when he was first getting started, and it was only on Sunday night. Coast to Coast came later in his career, so I was with Art Bell from the very beginning. And that kind of leads me to a question. I've attended a few conferences and spoken at a few conferences and been to a number of what you would call alternative community events. I follow the media in the alternative community, as I'm sure much of you do. And I read, of course, a lot of books in that community, which are, as everyone knows, they're a little off the beaten track. It takes a little while to hunt them down and read them. But what I'm wanting to know and what I'm wondering is if anybody else feels or thinks like I do, that somewhere in the last, oh, say 10 to 15 years, the alternative community has perhaps gone a bit astray, because there's certain things that send me in the alternative community. Number one is authors that don't footnote. In other words, they just, for want of a better expression, they just sort of talk, as I'm doing now, or in this case, they write, and there's nothing buttressing their claims. There's nothing uh, underpinning it. I can think of a very popular author. I won't mention his name, but I can think of a very popular author that does this all the time. Writes some rather extraordinary stuff because of it. But I'm wondering if anybody else has a similar thought. If there is something that we in the alternative community are missing, if there's something that bothers you in particular about it, because the more I talk and the more I read the comments that are coming in on my website, the and here on the Facebook page as well, it strikes me that a lot of people are sensing something, that a lot of people are picking up on something being askew, something not quite right. And I'm not talking about any particular issue either. I'm talking about a much more general feel that I'm picking up from the comments. And so what I'm wondering is, am I imagining things, which is quite possible, especially this morning, going on tankards of iced tea and cigarettes and snus to try and keep me going this morning. But I don't think I'm imagining it. I think that a lot of you have commented on specifics, but I'm trying to get to a more general principle. There seems to be something bothering everybody, and I'm wondering if it's one particular thing, if it can even be put into words. I've spoken several times about my dismay at the degree to which the idea of disclosure is being pushed. I've spoken about my dismay with the extent to which the extraterrestrial hypothesis is pushed over other alternative hypotheses, ultra-terrestrials, whatever you want to call them. So I'm curious how many of you out there are picking up on the same thing. If you have similar thoughts, if you have completely different thoughts, I'd like to hear from you, because again, as I say, the comments I'm getting have been favorable, don't get me wrong, but I'm picking up in those comments, I'm picking up something else, that there's a reason why people are dismayed, or to a certain extent frustrated, I think would be a good word to describe it. And when I say alternative community, I also want you to bear in mind I'm looking at all the media within the alternative community. I'm thinking of books, I'm thinking of newsletters, I'm thinking of radio, I'm thinking even of television, I'm thinking of the whole spectrum of the alternative community and the media that represent it. And we don't need to mention any names, we don't need to mention any specific authors. I'm really more concerned about the issues and the focus of things, what's on people's minds, and why I'm picking up this sense of frustration. And again, if I'm imagining things, please don't hesitate to tell me. I don't think I am, but if I am, please don't hesitate to tell me. Anyway, I will probably be back either later this weekend with more fireside chats, and hopefully we'll get the links posted to them. But I'll probably be back with more fireside chats this weekend, and then, as I say, next weekend on Friday, March the 11th, we have another vid chat. The next vid chat, I'm going to try and start closer to the 8 o'clock start time, and end at 9:30. The last time was kind of a bonus for the amount of time, but right now I've got so many projects and things cooking on the stove that I really can't afford to go much over the time. And then again, as I say, the weekend of the 18th, I'm going to be extremely busy and indisposed, so won't be able to do a fireside chat that weekend, but hopefully maybe earlier in the week, all things permitting, I'll be able to do one. Anyway, that I think is about ready to wrap up my allotted time. Yep, I've used up 10 minutes already. So I am going to sign off. This is Joseph P. Farrell, and this has been our news and views from the Nefarium for Friday, March the 4th, and I'll see everybody on the flip side. Bye bye, and God bless.